would you like to introduce yourself to us and tell us who you are and what you do?
Awesome. Thanks for the opportunity to
Cool.
have a chat. My name is Nokuthula. A lot of people call me Nox Magwaza, and I'm the founder of Bloom Marketing, and a marketing agency that I've run for 20 years, Bloom Infinite digital agency for 10 years. And as part of that digital agency, I then run a women advocacy known as Bloom Inside Out to help with women advancement to close the gender gap.
Awesome. So a lot of blooms there.
A lot of blooming.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. And is blooming is your qualifying business?
Bloom
Bloom
Infinite.
Bloom
Bloom
Infinite,
Infinite
okay.
digital agency is the qualifying business.
Awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
And we'll come back to more of the business just now.
Yeah.
But what has been some of your highlights from today's Ignite, the first full day?
Yeah.
What are your 3 highlights?
Sure. I think the biggest one was vulnerability from the stories that were shared. And that just made me realize we are business people, but at the end of the day, we are human. And the second thing from that was it's not about perfection. It's about progress and growth. And then the third one was just getting a broad perspective of what we think might not be success actually is already success. When I heard the story of the guy who was a child soldier, and it just sounds like he lived 9 lives through different countries as a refuge until he really made it in South Africa. And that made me realize we're doing it. We've got it. And often we just get caught up in the I want more. We already are doing it. We are flourishing. We are blooming. Our businesses are thriving. And we should be more grateful than penalizing or judging ourselves that we're not doing the best.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how are you going to practically play that out in your life? Or how are you going to put that into practice?
I think it's a dial up for gratitude for me. And also realizing that the most important thing running a business is how you can help others. What you might think or take for granted might actually change someone's life when you just random act of kindness and opening a door for someone else, giving someone a chance, even if they are a B+ performer, and nurture their growth to be an A+ performer in your business. So it's an everyday realization that purpose should be in the heart of what we do, in the core of what we do. And I think that energizes us to get up every day and be the difference and the change we want to see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that sounds like what resonated with you today, if I'm correct, sounds like what you strive for in your businesses in Bloom.
Yeah.
And could you talk to us a little bit about that? Maybe just unpack how that and your mission in Bloom correlate.
It actually almost affirmed the way that I operate my business, in that I've always viewed myself and others as good seeds. And we just get planted in these environments, right? And sometimes the environments are not the best, and remembering that you can uproot yourself and move to a better space that nurtures, whether the seed of desire or the seed of starting a business to be successful. And for me, growing up in Newcastle, I grabbed a hold of a Forbes magazine, top 100 businesswomen in the world, and I saw successful women. They didn't look like me. They were predominantly of a fairer skin, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was,
European.
the seed was planted, and there was that fire that was ignited in me to want to run a business. And I kind of forgot about it when I got to varsity. And then when I was in Unilever, and I think I was feeling the frustration of it sounds and it feels like we're doing pretty much the same thing over and over. And I wanted to be on the other side of the line. One, to transform and and create this inclusivity when it comes to creative ideas, because agencies that were predominantly in Unilever then were European agencies, but we were marketing brands to South Africans, predominantly black mass market, right? And I felt I have a contribution to make in ensuring that the brands can land in a much more meaningful way with the consumers in South Africa. And that's been something that I've carried through in my business, in that we are in the business of creating connections between brands and human beings and consumers, because brands, and at the core, they have a purpose to serve and solve problems for human beings, right? But if you can land that in a much more purposeful, impactful, and human-centric way, it resonates much better, and it's win-win. So I'm in a space now in my business where purpose is at the heart of what we do. And to differentiate ourselves from other marketing agencies, we really put this women advocacy at the core of what we do, helping women start their businesses, but also scale or grow their businesses using the power of marketing and digital, obviously. And in the age of AI, the stories that seem to stick and resonate are the human-centric, but also driven towards impact and change in our communities. And that I found is a sweet spot for our agency.
That's awesome.
Just driving growth and building brands into full bloom, but in a much more meaningful and impactful way.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
So going forwards to the next, say, example, Ignite conference, for people who are not here at the moment and who are going to see some of these clips on the socials, what would you like to say to them?
Sure. The first thing I'd say, I wish I knew about EO in the first 5 years of my business. I would have probably scaled my business far quicker than I've done. And I really, now that I know about EO, I'm plugged in, because there is just no money you can pay to gather business experts, entrepreneurs who are driven from all over the world into one room and learn from each other, and truly realize that at the end of the day, we are all chasing the same thing. It's growth, it's impact, meaningful growth, and being the change in the world, so that we can say we made this world a better place. So if you're a business person and you are a creator and you have ideas, I don't think there's a better environment to plant them than within the EO community. And that just allows you to amplify, grow faster, and that means creating impact much more faster and scaling to the best of your ability within this community. It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, thank you.
Thank
you for sharing. And any last words before we wrap up?
Any last words? Remember that you are a seed, and blooming is the only evidence of growth, of life. So if you stop growing, you're pretty much finished, dead. And attending conferences like this is where we get ignited and energized to continue to bloom every year of our businesses. In fact, every day. So keep blooming.
Amazing. Thank you. High five. Bam.